With the first round down in the NFL draft, the shock comes down in South Florida. From CineSport, I'm Pete Mundo, joined by Andrew Abramson, Palm Beach Post. Andrew, number 13, Laremy Tunsil. Nobody saw this coming. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, what a crazy night. I knew it would be an unpredictable draft for the Dolphins. Didn't see this. I had a lot of guys they could potentially take there at number 13. Certainly Laremy Tunsil was not one of them. Right before the draft, this photo leaks on the internet of him smoking marijuana out of a bong, wearing a gas mask. Suddenly, no one knew what to make of it at first. Suddenly, he starts free falling. He keeps going and going. And once he got past the Giants at 10, I started thinking, maybe he's going to go to the Dolphins. I mean, this is a team that's had a lot of offensive line problems the last few years. Certainly, you bring in a guy like him from a football standpoint, and, he might have been the top one or two players in the draft. The Dolphins said they had him number 2 on their draft board. But, there are some character issues now. This comes out. The Dolphins say they're not concerned. They say this photo was 2 years old. Other stuff also leaked, some old text messages where he is talking about having coaches help pay for some of his costs. So, there's still a lot we have to learn here, but the Dolphins say they were comfortable with this pick and obviously very excited to get a guy who some people thought could go in the top 3 to get him at number 13.
Andrew, his agent is Jimmy Sexton, a guy that's heavily tied into players and coaches with the Dolphins. How much do you think he had to play a role in this whole thing?
Well, it never hurts when you have a relationship. Obviously he was in Ndamukong Suh's agent. He's got a lot of ties with Mike Tannenbaum, Adam Gase, and so forth. So, I think that helps. They know the guy. They talk to him. And if they believe Jimmy Sexton, if Jimmy Sexton says, this is a good guy, obviously they do a lot more than that. They met with Laremy Tunsil at the Combine. They've spent time with him. They said they knew about some rumors. This stuff was out there, so it didn't necessarily shock them. But obviously it can't hurt when you have connections to an agent like that.
Lastly, Andrew, looking forward, rounds 2, 3, 4, where do you see the Dolphins going?
I still think they need a cornerback. They could use a linebacker. There's still some interesting names on the board, and the Dolphins do have a relatively early pick in the second round. Miles Jack is still out there. Obviously, there's a lot of concerns about his knee. He's a guy you don't know how long he's going to play, but if he can play for the next couple of years, that would certainly be an interesting draft for the Dolphins if they ended up with Tunsil and Jack, 2 guys that people thought could be in the top 5. Reggie Ragland's still out there. Dolphins have linebacker issues a lot in the past. They could certainly use a help there. I still think they need a cornerback. Running back, I could see that happening later on. They still only have Jay Ajayi. Lots of ways they can go, and it's going to be interesting, but certainly from a football perspective, a good start here with Laremy Tunsil.
He's Andrew Abramson, Palm Beach Post. Andrew, thanks so much.